So throughout this process, I want you to study. Respect the gift and your desire enough to learn what it is you need to do to accomplish your goal of publishing a book. If you have questions, search it out. There are many online courses and children's book author groups that you can be a part of. Research children's book authors that are doing well. Look to see what they are doing and just allow the ideas for your particular project to flow. Keep yourself a notebook that is specifically dedicated to ideas for your children's book. You'll need it. One important thing to note is that you don't want to get stuck in research. There will never be a time when you say, I have everything I need to know to publish. There's going to come a time when you must be comfortable enough to begin the process. Okay, so now let's talk about your book plan. What is it that you want to do with your book? What is helpful here is to refer to your why. I'm going to map out a portion of my book plan for you using my why as the impetus. I shared in another video that literacy is very important to me, especially with kids of color. All too often, I hear younger kids say they don't like reading. In my why, you heard two sets of intentions. I wanted to attract kids and to make reading less intimidating. The vibrant color palette was selected intentionally and used to attract children. The 3D-ish looking characters are also part of the attracting. How I dealt with less intimidating is I wanted to create a space to build confidence for kids. This is where the repetition across all 10 books comes in. Repetition is a learning tool and builds confidence as kids are learning to read. Just with this example, you can see why knowing my why is an important part of the plan. How I published a book was directly connected to my publishing plan. Vending is also a very important part of the work with children's books authors. Because my angle is education, I'm mostly attracted to educational shows, like educational trade shows, conferences, things like that. Additionally, because of my desire to be in this space, I have activities and a curriculum that encourage learning to accompany the series. Because of this, I have a curriculum, I have a coloring activity book, and card games. Here's a pro tip. Ask your illustrator for line art for the coloring book, and you want to request that he or she gives you a PNG file with images from your book so that you can use them in other places like t-shirts, flyers, coloring books, etc. Take a moment to think about your book plan. Who is your target? Where can you find those individuals? I know someone who wrote a book about being a military kid. She does classes at bases all across the country, sharing her story about being raised on military bases all over the world. I know another children's book author who writes about sports that kids of color are not accustomed to participating in, like skiing and fencing. She made herself known in these spaces, and she's even had Olympians reach out to her because of her book content. I want you to pause. I want you to take a moment to write out your plan. What do you think you need to do to get your book in the hands of those you wish to target? Use the questions I just asked as a guide. If you did it, great job. If not, what are you waiting for? Get that book plan together so you can start writing that book. A lot of what I'll share, I've learned along the way. I'm sharing with you so that you can be a few steps ahead and not have to go back and spend extra time, money, and mental anguish and resources if you had just a bit more information. Thank you for watching Tips on Publishing a Children's Book from one beginner to another. If there's a topic you want me to talk about, share it below. And if I have some experience with it, I'll be sure to create a video for you. I'm Dionne Grayson, and I want to encourage you to stay gritty. Someone is waiting for your gift, and be sure to lean in and enjoy every bit of the process. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time.